Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, let's get started. So we're going to go in with the face first. Actually no, we're going in with the hands first. So we're going to sanitize our hands. Done. Now we're going to be using the micellar water by Garnier just to get rid of the excess makeup I have left on from the looks that I've been doing over and over again. Then I'm going in with the Mia, which is a Clarisonic, and I'm using that with some cleansing gel. Okay, so we want to get rid of these little flyaways we have, so we're going to be using the Redken Forceful Super Strength Hairspray in number 23 strength. It is amazing, it just sticks that down like glue. Off camera, I've glued down my brows and also primed my skin with the Photo Loving Primer in the Anti-Redness. Using the colour correcting palette in medium, I'm taking the peach shades and the yellow shade and covered my brows with them, as well as used some powder to set them. Now I want to draw lines just where I'm going to be having the separate sections of makeup, just to give me a little bit of a guideline. I'm going to be doing that in the NYX eye pencil in white. Covering my face, I'm going to be using the HD Studio Photogenic Foundation in the colour Nude, just on the left hand side of my face, or to you it looks like the right hand side of my face. And I'm just going to be putting that in with a damp sponge just to make the colour disperse a little bit better. Now also I'm going to be going in with a different shade on the other side of my face just to sort of get that brown gingerbread sort of colour, and that is the colour Mocha, and that's the Total Control Foundation Drops. This was absolutely amazing to blend in. So we all know that we need to cover those lovely baggies underneath our eyes and those dark circles. So taking the Gotcha Covered Concealer in Alabaster, I'm using that on the light side of my face, and I've gone in with the same Gotcha Covered but in Deep Honey for the gingerbread side of my face. Setting both of them in place, I'm using the HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder, and I'm also inhaling a little bit of that as well. Now I want to set all this foundation in place just because I'll be using this makeup all day, going in with the No Filter in Alabaster for the light side and Mahogany for the darker side. Now to get into some candy colour. I'm going to be taking a water activated pink paint, and I'm going to be just dispersing that exactly where we sort of drew those squiggly lines beforehand. This is going to give the effect of melted candy, and on the other side we're actually going to be doing the same but effect of melted chocolate. So there's just sort of candy theme brought into it. Now there's no rhyme or reason to these shapes, just sort of go with the flow and make sure you sort of go with the shape of your body as well. As you'll know, I did fix up the pink side a little bit, if you can see in the next clip, because I didn't like the way that it was sitting. Okay, so I want to bring a little bit more colour into the look, as always. So I've actually gone in and drawn a bow. Now I've actually used the Liquid Suede Lips in Sway for this, and I've actually just brushed it in and sort of dispersed it a little bit more with a fluffy brush. Time to contour. So I'm taking the NYX Cosmetics Primal Colours in both shades Hot Fuchsia and Hot Pink together, and this is just giving that beautiful pinky purple shade. And can't forget to contour the nose, make that look slimmer. To contour the darker side, I am going with the highlight and contour palette, and I'm going with the shade Hollow. This is a deep brown colour, and I'm actually also mixing a black into that as well, which is a Primal Colours in Hot Black. So to add some shading as well onto the chocolate melted part, I'm going to be using both those highlight and contour colour and the hot black colour mixed together, and just going to be putting that in the areas that would actually be catching more of a shadow. Same on the other side. In the pink part, I'm going to be using the Primal Colours in Hot Pink and Hot Red just mixed together. Now I'm going to be sculpting out the eyebrows. I did draw them on beforehand, but I actually covered them up with foundation, so that was kind of pointless. And I'm going to be using the same liquid suede that I used beforehand in the colour Sway. So obviously I cannot do any look without actually using the jumbo pencil in Milk, and I'm going to be using this just to put as a base for my shadows, just to make them appear a little bit more pigmented. And again, we're going to be taking that hot pink shade and just blending that into my crease with a fluffy brush. Because our crease is up higher, we're going a little bit higher up. Using the milk coloured jumbo pencil again, I'm going to be carving out the crease, so more of a cut crease sort of look. The colours I'm going to be using on the lid are the yellow from the Avant Pop Surreal My Heart palette, as well as a prismatic shadow in Blue Jeans. This is such an amazing electric blue with sort of a shimmer through it. Because we're going all colourful and candy themed, I'm taking the Vivid Brights liner in Vivid Fire, which is a nice red colour, and just winging out my liner, and actually winging out quite far. Because of the type of look that it is, you sort of want to wing out a liner. Now going in with an oldie but a goodie, I am using Black Bean Jumbo Pencil and using that as a base, and using the hot black shadow just to sort of smoke that out a little bit more. Now taking that hot black shadow as well, I'm actually going to be creating some lines on my face. This is going to give a wrinkled appearance. Now you sort of want to scrunch up your face just a little bit to get those lines. You want to sort of contour it to your own face. If you're just drawing lines everywhere, it can look a little bit weird, so just go with the flow on your face. Now we want to highlight as well, just to bring those wrinkles forward a little bit more. I'm using the white liquid liner and just sort of putting that just under and above where those lines are, and smudging that out a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. I wanted to draw a Smartie on my face, so naturally I'm going to be using one of the Vivid Brights liner in Vivid Envy, and I'm just going to be colouring that in as well as patting that out with a fluffy brush just to disperse the colour a little bit more, and going to be adding a green shade to that as well. Now we're going to actually fill in the candy themed eyebrows. Again, I'm going in with another Vivid Brights eyeliner in Vivid Blossom, and I'm going to be creating those lines to give that candied appearance. Now we want to create some more depth and dimension, so it looks like the the gingerbread side is actually coming out from underneath my skin, and that's my real true colors. So I'm actually taking that highlight and contour palette again in the color Hollow, and I'm going to be shading around that area, just around the outside, to bring that forward. And I'm also going to be taking some of that hot black as well, just to deepen certain areas that would be more shaded than others, so where the light is not going to hit as much. So we know a girl got a highlight, so I'm taking the Duo Chromatic highlighters in Lavender and Twilight, and I'm just going to be highlighting the main points of my face. Going in with the Hot Red, I'm going to be creating a candy swirl, so this is going to be the shadowing part, and I'm going to be creating a round circle using the Jumbo Pencil in Milk, just to be the outline or the white part of the candy swirl. For my cute little Smartie nose, I'm going to be using the Liquid Suede in Little Denim Dress. So naturally we've done some shading, so we now need to do some highlighting. Just taking some cream white paint and putting that on the tops of my shoulders. So naturally there is going to be a shadow cast on the candy drips that we do have, if it was real life. So we want to actually make them appear more prominent and actually look like they're coming off the skin. So I'm actually going to be taking a deep red color for the pink side, and I'm going to be taking that hot black color and just using that for the chocolate side. So again, the candy drips are actually going to be casting a shadow onto your skin if they were actually sitting on top of your shoulders. So we're actually going to be shading this in a brown shade. Again, from the contour palette, I've chosen to go with the shade Sculpt. This is a perfect color for the sort of skin tone to cast that shadow. Just like we did with the gingerbread face side, we're actually going to be deepening those. So where it would actually appear to have the most shadow, which is mainly in the rounded bits that you do have, that's where the most shadow is going to be cast. So we're actually going to take that hot black color and go in and shade that area. Can't forget the little bow that we have. I'm going in with the hot blue, and that's a primal color, and I'm just going to be shading the outlines of the bow, so it actually again looks like it's sitting off the skin and it looks like it's actually a real bow. So you just want to shade around the outsides and around the areas that will be joined together, so the sort of little circle bit that you have in the middle, the bows themselves, and the little ribbon bits that are hanging off. And again, there is actually going to be deeper areas that are going to be casting a deeper shadow. You want to take that hot black again and go over that area just to sort of define it a little bit more. That way it actually makes it pop and looks like it's sitting off your skin. Now to highlight again, we're taking that same white liquid liner and you're just going to be putting that in the highlighted areas, so sort of opposite to the shading areas that are on the candy as well as the bow itself. Now I'm going to be going in and sculpting out the red part of the candy swirl, and I'm using the NYX Liquid Suede in Kitten Heels. Wanted to bring some more candy into the look, so I've done another dripping candy down my eye using the colour Liquid Suede in Orange Country. So no look would be complete without sprinkles and hundreds of thousands. So I'm using the Vivid Brights liner. I'm using all of the colours I have, and I'm actually creating dotting effects and also sprinkle effects on the other side. Naturally, I thought this needed a little bit more colour, being all candy-like. So I've used the NYX Suede Lips, and I've used them in multiple shades. And I'm just sort of giving a Smarty and Jelly Bean effect to the face and body. And I'm also going in with the same contour colour from the NYX palette and shading them. And I've given a highlight shine look to them using the white liquid liner. And off camera, I popped some creepy contacts in. And we all know that no look would be complete without fluffy lashes. So I've just put this on the one side, which is the candy side. For the lips, I'm using Little Denim Dress and Pink Lust Liquid Suedes, and I'm actually doing a half duo lip look and blending it in the middle, and also put some glue on the sides of my mouth and put some hundreds and thousands. And this is the final look, guys. I thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed my look. If you did, please, please, please head over and vote for me. Voting starts on Thursday, the 8th of June. I'll link everything down below, and I'll have everything linked on my social media. Again, I really want to thank you so much for voting me into the top 15. This has been the best experience of my life. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye.